How many games will the New England Patriots win in 2026? What's going on, Patriots fans and guys? It's your boy Man Jones here, back with another NFL record prediction. And this time, we'll be doing our NFL record prediction for New England Patriots for a 2026 NFL season. Let's get things started here. I'm gonna give you my game by game analysis, game by game picks, and also to see which games I think the Patriots will win and which games I think the Patriots will lose. So before I give you my record prediction for New England Patriots for a 2026 NFL season, don't forget to put a thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel more option, and don't forget to comment down and pin below to see who you got winning, how far you think the Patriots will go. Do you think they'll win the AFC East once again? Do you think they'll make the playoffs, or you think they're going to miss out on the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Okay, guys, we got the Patriots kicking off against the Seattle Seahawks on a Wednesday. This game right here is totally in Seattle, where it's tough to play at and all that. And we know the fans are going to be loud and all that. Now, we understand the Patriots might want to get their revenge on them because, the Seahawks did beat them down. That's where, the Seattle defense, literally got after Drake May and confused him. And Mike McDonald did really good job defensively, finding ways to at least get after him, attacking Drake May with the Patriots offense. Yes, yeah, Seahawks lost a lot of players on defense, but I still think the defense of Seattle can still play at a high level. And I really think, they'll find a way to at least find a way to stop the run, stop the pass, give them issues. Seattle's secondary, there is pretty good. I don't think it's thin. I mean, I feel like Devon Witherspoon and AJ Brown will be a really good matchup unless they want to take Romeo Dobbs out of the game. So yeah, that'll be a really good matchup. So yeah. But Seattle did lose their offensive coordinator, but I think they'll be a little bit okay with that because Seattle's offense was really good last year. So yeah, so it can go either way. I mean, I would not be shocked if the Patriots won, but I think the Seahawks win this game just because Seattle so far, they're at home, and I just really think that the defense is going to win them the game. But I think it's going to be a little bit of a low-scoring game, but I think Seattle comes out on top with it. Week 2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I actually got them beating the Steelers because I think, we don't know what the Steelers' all offensive line is going to be with the old man Aaron Rodgers coming back. And, the Steelers' offensive line is kind of a little bit pathetic. They cannot protect the court. They got some good players on the old line, but I don't really think is anything special. I feel like the Patriots do have a really good defensive line and a really good offensive line that can really give the Steelers issues on both sides of the ball. I feel like the Patriots, D-line can totally take advantage of that. And I feel like they can do enough on the offensive line to control the Steelers' pass rush, where that can put the Steelers' defense in a bad position. Because the Steelers pretty much have a weaker defense where, they got some good players on the defense, but they're very predictable at times. They get ran on at times, they get thrown on at times. I feel like AJ Brown will have a good game. I feel like Romeo Dobbs will have a good game. Hunter Henry will as well. But yeah, the Steelers do have great receivers now, but I have a feeling that the Patriots secondary is going to lock them down. I mean, Gonzo versus DK Metcalf will be a really good matchup. Maybe if you take Pittman out of the game and all that, and that can really, which I think you guys are gonna force Aaron Rodgers to beat you, and we know he's not gonna do that. So yeah, and especially the Patriots are a more complete team and have the better quarterback, and are at home. So yeah, Patriots win this game. Then against Jacksonville, week 3. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. Now, most people could be picking the Patriots to win because Jacksonville's defense, is okay, but it's nothing special, especially in the secondary, which A.J. Brown can totally have a really good game here. I can totally see A.J. Brown having a really good game here. and Romeo Dobbs too, like though, and Hunter Henry, those guys can totally be a problem for the Jags secondary. And the Patriots do have the weapons on offense. Like they pretty much have the weapons offensively to move the ball against Jacksonville's defense. Like they pretty much do. They have the you guys have the pieces to move the ball and to throw the ball at the Jags secondary, especially with the Jags young corners. Like they may not have the corners and they may not have the defense like they used to be. I'm not sure if they have the defense to cover them. But yeah, but Jacksonville is tough. I mean, they have a really good offense. Trevor Lawrence is okay. I mean, yeah. I think Drake May is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion, but I'm going with a bit of an upset. I'm going Jacksonville because I just really think that playing Jacksonville is tough because of the heat. And I just really think that Jacksonville can do enough offensively to control the game, keep Drake May off the sidelines, and all that. So, yeah. So I think Jacksonville is going to win that game for sure. But I would not be shocked if New England came into Jacksonville and won that game. So, yeah. Week 4 against the Buffalo Bills. I think you're going to split with the Bills, but I'm going to say you lose the first game to start 1-3. I know it's not looking good for New England, but I got them starting 1-3. I mean, I think they're going to lose to Buffalo just because I think the Bills, they're at home in this game and they have the better quarterback. And I just think their team, they pretty much have, the better despite getting ran over, I think, the Bills can do enough to at least I think they can do enough to at least I feel like they can do enough, I mean, to at least move the ball against your defense. And I feel like I feel like the Bills can do enough to control the game, keep May on off the field and all that, and that will allow them to win the game. And I think the Bills defense can totally step up in this game because now they pretty much got an improved pass rush led by Bradley Chubb. And you know, and they do have the Bills secondary is decent but not great. But I think they can play a lot of zone. I mean, they like to play a lot of zone defensively. So yeah. So I think the Bills will win that first game. So 1-3 is not looking good. I know it's not looking good, but I think you guys do bounce back and beat the Raiders, come off a 2-game losing streak. I think you're going to be motivated to beat the Raiders because the Raiders, I'm not sure who their quarterback's going to be. Is it going to be Drake? Is it going to be Kirk Cousins? Is it going to be Fernando Mendoza? Um, I don't know. I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road, especially against a defense like the Patriots that was really good last year, especially top 5. Like, you know, the Raiders, they got a new coach. They got new players on their defense right now. Offense still the same. They added one piece on the offensive line. I mean, their receiving core outside of Brock Bowers isn't great, and they don't really have the offense to get past the Patriots defense that has been really good for a year. I think the Patriots can lock them down. So yeah, like I feel like they can play a lot of man covers the way they want to. So yeah, so I think the Patriots win that game easily because they have the better quarterback, better coaching. They're a more complete team. They're at home. So yeah, I think the Patriots win that game. Against the New York Jets, week 6, I think you're going to beat the Jets. I mean, the Jets are going to be one of the worst teams in the league. They got Geno Smith, but they still got a long ways to go. I mean, the old Lions never think special. The defense, they're very young, but they're not great. But they play a lot of man coverage, and they're very predictable. So yeah, And so yeah, that's why I think they're gonna lose that game. They're gonna win that game for sure because they're the more complete team, have the better quarterback and coaching staff. So yeah. Then week 7 against Chicago Bears on Thursday on a short week. Um Obviously, this game right here seems like a trap game. I feel like this game right here can definitely go either way. But Chicago is tricky because the Bears were a good team last year. And then last time when these two teams played, the Patriots did beat them down. So yeah. The Bears pretty much, they pretty much have a good roster. Like their O line is okay, but it might decline. Caleb, he's okay, but he's nothing special. I feel like Ben Johnson's gonna have tricks up his sleeves against the Patriots. Like he's a good offensive play caller, and he's gonna scheme things up. But their defense is not good, and their receiving core pretty much isn't good outside of like they lost DJ Moore, and now you got Luther Burden. They got Colston Loveland, who's a stud. They got Roma Dunze, which he's overrated. I like their running backs, but the Bears are pretty much overrated from a talent standpoint. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Patriots to win this game, even though it's in Chicago. I think the Patriots are pretty much a much more complete roster, much more complete team, much more complete receiving core, much more complete defense. And I just really think that AJ Brown is going to be a problem for the Bears defense. Like the Bears, like their defense is not good. I think they can find a way to at least you know, if long as the Bears if their offense can find a way to get past the Patriots defense and their defense can find a way to at least give the Patriots offense some fits, maybe the Bears can win this game. But I think the Patriots are just going to be a much more better team than the Bears. Because I think the Bears going to take a step back this year, while the Patriots going to take a step forward this year. Because now you got AJ Brown in your roster and Romeo Dobbs to improve that receiving core. So yeah, so I think the Patriots go in Chicago and win that game. But I would not be surprised or shocked if the Bears won. Then week 8, they got to play on the road against the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, I went back and forth on this game because I was going to pick the Dolphins to win a game against the Patriots. Like, I would not be shocked if the Dolphins won a game against them because we know the Patriots do struggle in Miami a lot. But even last year, the Patriots did beat the Dolphins in Miami last year. So that's something you got to remember. But I think the Patriots are going to win this game because I think the Patriots, pretty much have the better roster, better team, better quarterback and coaching staff. And I just really think the Dolphins are in a rebuilding mode. Like they got Malik Willis, like he's okay but not great. Their receiving core is not good. Like they don't have a lot of weapons on offense that can really like move the ball against your defense. And their old line is very suspect. Their defense is very suspect after you lose multiple players like Bradley Chubb, Mika Fitzpatrick, and all of them. And like I said, the offense is not anything special because now you lost. Because like I said, you lost Tyreek Hill, you lost Darren Waller, and you lost Jalen Waddle, so they're all cooked there. So I think the Patriots can go to Miami and just destroy them. And then week 9, they got to play against the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, I actually think most people could be on the Packers because of Parsons and Kraft, but both these guys should be back by the end of the year. They should be back in time enough for week 9 because I know they're not going to be ready by the start of the season, but I'm going to go ahead and just give the Patriots a win here at home because I just think the Patriots, have a better receiving core and, they're at home and the Patriots got the better quarterback. And I just think that the Packers, their defense is okay with Parsons, but their secondary is pretty much suspect. Like, they don't really have the corners to match up with the Patriots receivers, and this could totally be a Romeo Dobbs revenge game as well. I think Romeo Dobbs and AJ Brown will be a problem. McKinney and Hunter Henry is a really good is very good. So I think it's going to be a problem as well. But I think, the Patriots offense is going to like win their one-on-one matchups against the Packers DBs, against their young DBs and all that. So yeah. And I think the Patriots defense will make some more plays than the Packers, where I think they can stop the run, confuse Jordan Love, and make life difficult on the Packers offense. And New England's good at stopping the run, which I don't think Green Bay is going to be able to run the ball effectively because Green Bay run game is pretty much average in its mid. So yeah, so I think New England find a way to win this game for sure at home. Um, Week 10 against the Lions. This game's actually going to be in actually this game is actually going to be in it's in Spain, I believe, but well, so yeah, but I can see this game right here definitely going either way. I mean, so far most people could be on the Patriots because Drake May is a better quarterback than Jared Goff, and the Lions pretty much, their old line's pretty much up and down. Their receiving core is pretty good. They got some good skill talent there, but their defense is just relying on Aiden Hutchinson because Detroit pretty much has a weaker defense than you think, and the Patriots defense isn't as weak as you think. You know what? I feel like the Patriots are just a better team in my opinion. They're both even in my opinion, but despite despite the Lions having a weaker defense, I'm gonna go ahead and give the Lions a win here because I just feel like Jared Goff. I feel like they can do a good job controlling the clock, keep Drake May on the sidelines, and I really think that the defense. I feel like they can do a good job, like stopping the run, getting pressure on Drake May, and I think they do have some good corners in the secondary that can really match up against the Patriots receivers and all that. So yeah, and the Lions pretty much do have the offense to move the ball against the Patriots defense as well. But I think this game is going to be more like a defensive battle. So yeah, so I'm taking the Lions here to win that game for sure. But I would not be shocked if the Patriots won. Okay, so they're sitting at 6-4 before the bye. And after the bye week, you got extra time to prepare and extra time to rest, and then you got to play against the Chargers week 12. Um, I actually think the Chargers are going to win. So I'm giving the Chargers a win here just because I think the Chargers, they're at home and playing in LA is tricky. The Chargers got a sneaky good defense. They pretty much, their defense was like top 10. Because I kind of really think that, the Chargers, I feel like last time when these two teams play, I mean, it was a rematch and the Patriots did beat the Chargers down, but it was like a lower scoring game a little bit. But I think it's going to be a little bit of a lower scoring game too because the Chargers got a really familiar defense. They do got a good offense that can really get after your defense and all that. And I just really feel like when you look at it, I just think the Chargers defense is going to D line can find a way to get after Drake May and make life difficult on him. And I really think, Justin Hurt, I feel like the Chargers offense can control the game and keep May on the sideline, which that could allow them to win the game. So, yeah, so I wouldn't be shocked if the Patriots won. I mean, the Patriots do own the Chargers, but I think the Chargers are going to win because they're at home as well. So, yeah. So, I think the Chargers find a way to win that game. Then week 13 against the Bills, I think you'll split the season series against the Bills. So, I think you're going to win that game here because the Bills, you guys going to have much to play for because I think the Patriots are going to be a team that you guys are going to make the playoffs or you could totally miss it. So, yeah, I think the Patriots are going to split with the Bills. Then week 14 against the Minnesota Vikings on a short week Thursday night. I actually think the Patriots win here because the Vikings, I feel like they're going to take a step back this year because, you know, the Vikings, lost their best player, edge rusher Jonathan Gennard. Like, the Vikings, I feel like they don't really have much of a pass rush to at least, like, get after the quarterback, Drake May. And I feel like, the Vikings' run defense, it's been good, but it's been up and down. I think the Patriots can run the ball on them. And the Vikings secondary is very suspect. You know, I know Brian Flores is a challenge, and I think the Patriots offense, I think they can get after that secondary. Because if Flores tries to blitz too much, I think that Drake May can make him pay because I feel like, Drake May will know where to go with the ball and he can like read, the defenses to see, which guy is open, which guy is not. And I feel like AJ Brown and Romeo Dobbs is gonna feast on that. And I feel like they'll have a good day. Hunter Henry will too. So I think the Patriots offense is gonna find a way to at least like I feel like Josh McDaniels, he's familiar with Brian Flores, because Brian Flores was on the Patriots coaching staff a while ago. So I think Josh McDaniels will have tricks up his sleeves and scheme things up against the Vikings defense. And I feel like, he's going to figure out a way to attack Brian Flores. So, yeah, especially the Vikings. I don't know who's playing at quarterback. Is either going to be Kyler Murray or JJ McCarthy. I mean, Patrons, I think they're just a more complete team. They have the better quarterback. And they're at home in this game. So, yeah, I think the Patrons win that game. Then week 15 against the Kansas City Chiefs on a Monday night in Arrowhead. Now, most people could be picking the Patrons to win here. But I don't really know. I mean, the Chiefs so far, I mean, they might take a little bit of a step back this year. The Chiefs, they lost. I mean, their defense is probably mediocre to at best because of the age of Chris Jones. And, they lost a lot of players in the secondary like Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, and Brian Cook. Those are like three of their best guys in the secondary. But they did try to replace them with some draft picks and through free agency, but not with the same quality players. The offense so far, like the O line is pretty mid and pretty much not as good as it was in the past. The receiving core is not great, and I don't know what's going on with Rashee Rice because I feel like that guy's an absolute buffoon. But I think the Patrons can play a lot of man covers the way they want to with their defense. So yeah, I mean the Chiefs defense, I feel like as long as the Chiefs defense, like as long as they can contain Drake May, I feel like the Chiefs might find a way to pull this one out. But in my opinion, I think the Patriots are gonna be better than the Chiefs, but I'm going with the Chiefs here at home because playing Arrowhead is tricky and it's a tough environment. And I feel like the fan base will go crazy. And I feel like the Chiefs defense might make a little bit more plays. And I think Mahomes can do enough. Like I think the Chiefs offense can do enough to control the clock, keep Drake May off the field and all that, which that could allow the Chiefs to win this game. So yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs to win this game. I think their defense will win it. Week 16 against the Jets, you're gonna sweep the Jets. I mean, Jets don't have much to play for. I mean, they're not gonna make the playoffs, and the Patriots are looking to clinch a playoff berth again. So yeah, and they're the more complete team and have the better quarterback and coaching staff. So yeah, that's pretty much why. And I feel like Aaron Glenn is going to be fired. So yeah, I think the Patriots win that game. Week 17 against the Broncos on a Saturday. I think they'll beat the Broncos at home. It's a rematch from the AFC Championship game, but I think they're going to beat the Broncos just because I just think the Patriots defense is going to make more plays. And I just think their offense will make more plays as well because I just don't really think the Broncos, like their defense is okay, but they play a lot of man coverage the way they want. And when they play a lot of man coverage against the Patriots, that opens things up for Drake May. And I really think that, despite the Broncos defense being good, I feel like New England's going to score. Like the Broncos receiving core did get revamped after adding Jalen Waddle, but the Patriots, I feel like they do have the corners to match up well with the Broncos receivers. I feel like Gonzo and Waddle will be a really good matchup. Maybe they can take Cortland Sutton out of the game or Evan Ingram out of the game. We know Bayer versus Ingram will be a really good matchup. And I think their defense will win the game. I think, they do have, the D line to at least get after Bo Nix and make him uncomfortable. They have the corners to man up against the Broncos receivers. So yeah, and the Patriots do have the receivers to move the ball against the Broncos defense as well. So yeah, and especially the Patriots are at home and they have the better quarterback. So yeah, that's why I think the Patriots win this game. Then last game, week 18 against the Dolphins, I think they'll win this game here to sweep the season series. I mean, Dolphins don't have much to play for because we know they're not going to make the playoffs, and the Patriots are looking to at least clinch a playoff berth, like I said. So yeah, so I think the Patrons will win that game for sure. So as you all know, I got the Patrons going 11-6, which that's pretty much good enough to make the playoffs. You know, I feel like the Patrons are going to be a much more better team this year. I feel like with the AJ Brown and Romeo Dobbs addition, I think the Patrons are going to be back in the playoffs once again. But I don't know about the Super Bowl. But as you look at it, it's pretty much a tougher schedule because they have to go on the road and play against the Seahawks. They got played against the Seahawks. They got the Jags. They got the Bills twice. They got to play the Bears in Chicago. They got to play the Packers, the Lions, the Chargers. They got to play the Chiefs as well and the Broncos. So that's pretty much a difficult schedule. Like I said, I think the Patrons are going to be back in the playoffs once again. I feel like Drake May is the best quarterback. Is a really good quarterback. I feel like the receiver that the additions of AJ Brown and Romeo Dobbs helps their offense. Um, I like their coaching staff. I think their coaching is good. I think their O line is pretty solid. I think their defense is going to be good once again because it was good last year. I think maybe they can look to add another pass rusher to improve it, but that's okay. I mean, it can happen. So yeah, I mean, 8-0 at home, 3-6 away, 5-1 in division, 8-4 in the conference. Not bad at all. But I think the Pats, can go somewhere from like 10 to 12 wins this year. I'm going with 11. I think 9-8 will probably be their floor if the Patriots defense starts to decline again. So yeah, so I think I feel like 11-6 sounds about right for New England. So just let me know what you guys think in the comments section below about the patrons as well. So yeah, well, this is me, John, for a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.